guys, welcome to a Quick Licks. Today we're going to be looking at a quick blues lick, maybe one or two or three, that you can add into your repertoire, just again, so it looks like you know what you're doing. And to be honest, the more you play and the more you enjoy what you're playing, the more you're going to practice, the more you're going to discover, the more you're going to look to try and understand more of the scale and watch other players. So here we go. Let's check this out. So these licks I'm teaching you, they're all based within a box shape, right? So if we take there's many different boxes shapes that you can play a scale in, of a key, right? So if we look at just the blues scale, I'm going to G. I love playing in G. So, well, really it finishes there, but if we do that blues scale, right? So you can play that anyway. So if you take that same shape, and like I said, it's just a box shape, you can move it. Let's say we're in B now. I'll just start at the B. So 7th fret on my 6th string. Same shape, same scale, different key. So I'm going to teach you down in G, but you can shift this to anywhere, depending on the key you're in. So let's say we're playing the blues. Right? Let's add some licks in there. So we could just go. Which is honestly how I started soloing when I first began to play guitar. And when I first started learning about scales and soloing, I just pretty much played the scale. But maybe added rhythm. So right, so that's just the scale, and I'm just going, repeating this note phrase, and then ending back on that one. Sounds cool, right? And man, when I learned that, I thought I was it. I had arrived. I've landed. Man, people are gonna think I am sick. There's no chance that, anyone at that party that I'm gonna turn up to. We're talking teenage years, right? To anyone at that party, they're gonna pick up the guitar and they're gonna be playing, Smoke on the Water, and then I can be like. And all of a sudden, oh man, I'm sounding good. I'm loving what I'm doing. I start to try and learn more about the blues scale and about soloing because I was enjoying so much how I was sounding. So that's another thing. If you enjoy what you're playing, trust me, you're going to be looking and you're going to be practicing. So I started trying to listen more to other people and pick up, go, oh, what are you doing? And it actually happens too. I studied music and I started getting into bands and we'd have to play together. And as I'm playing my solos, I remember my first ever ensemble, our teachers got us up to play and we're doing Mustang Sally, and I only knew one scale and it was the major scale, C major scale. Right? And I'm only 18 and I didn't know what I was doing. And so we're going around a blues. And there's me going. Across a blues, right? So yeah, I sounded silly. So then after a while, I actually just decided, that's it, I've got to learn how to play this blues scale. I've got to learn how to properly do this. I mean, when I first got into the music college I was going to, I learned some riffs, to make it sound like I could do what I was doing. Kind of like what this channel is about. And then the more I played, the more I discovered. So check this out. No more waffling from me. Here's the lick, okay? Lick number 1. And I started loving this because it started adding in like kind of like a ghost note and like slides. And so what it is, if that's the blues scale, I start on the G string, and what I actually do is I'll go, so I'm pushing up on the 5th fret on the G string, and then I'm barring the 3rd fret on the 2nd and 1st. And to be honest, all honesty, of course, this is when I started listening to Stevie Ray Vaughan, okay? Great blues player. So that's the first bit of the riff. So bending that 5th string up, and then 3rd fret, 2nd string, 3rd fret, 1st string with a bar. So I'm going to go. That's the whole riff. Right? So bend, 3rd, 3rd, and then I'm going to go 6th fret on the B string, and then down to the 3rd fret on the B string. Now watch this. I'm going to go 6th fret on the G, slide to the 5th fret, and then 3rd fret to the G. So I'm going to go 6th fret, slide to 5, down to 3rd, and you can pull off to that if you want. Right, so that's it. All that's so far what we've got. And I'll use a lot of pull-offs and slides. So I'll go bend, 3, 3, 6, pull off to 3, 6, slide 5, pull off to 3rd. Right, so, and then all I've done is going, I played that 5th fret on the G. Right, if you can't do the bend, because I understand when you're first starting out, bending is hard. Like, and here's the trick: you don't bend with one finger. You're going to bend with as many as you can. So I take my 3 fingers and I'll actually put my 3rd finger on the 5th fret, but I've got my 2nd and 1st pushing up as well. So when I bend, I'm using all 3 fingers to get the strength up. On an electric guitar, a lot easier. On an acoustic, a little bit harder. So that's why I like playing things on my acoustic, because if I know I can do it on my acoustic, I can do it on my electric, right? Because it's going to be easier and intense in terms of how hard it is to bend a string, right? So here we go again. So here's the deal. If you can't bend, then don't bend. Just go. Alright, so just 5th fret, 3rd, 3rd, and then 6, 3, 6, 5, 3, 5. Alright? I'm talking frets. Okay, so we'll do it again. And here's what's really cool. If you do this little turnaround, so as soon as I hit that 1, if I go like this, and then I go, so I'll go, so I'm barring across the 5th right there. So I'll go 5th fret, 3rd, 3rd, 6, 3, 6, 5, 3, 5 on the D, and then I'll go 5 on the G, back to the 5 on the D string, and then I'll go 3rd fret on that G, and then back to that 5. So that little last bit is and I put a little attitude at the end, because I'll go and I'll bend. I'm only using one finger this time because it's that 1st finger, and I'll land back on that 1. Right, for that G. So let's do it again. 5th fret. We're going to bend. If you can't bend, don't bend. Just play the 5th fret. Oh, nice. Again. Cool. I mean, that might be a tricky one. So let's check out number 2. Here's number 2, quick licks. This one's a little bit easier, and it's a cool way to start your solo. Sometimes people go, how do I start a solo? And look, I've been guilty of just starting on the 1st note of the scale and doing a little run into an idea, right? So I might be like, so that starts simple, just I run out the scale, and then it turns into something. Lick number 2. I'm going to start on the 3rd fret of the G string, and I'm actually going to hammer on to the 4th fret. So I'm going to go 3rd fret, hammer on 4, then 3rd fret of the B string, and then 3rd fret of the 1st string. So, alright. That's it. That's the riff. And then add whatever you want. You know, go into the riff I taught you before. So, or we can change it up. Let's try this now. We won't do that one. I don't like that one. We'll go this. So we're always starting with that 3rd, 4th to the 3rd. Go wherever we want after it. So I could even go, because that's how I'm starting, it's just those 3 notes. Maybe I'll go there, and maybe slide there. Because I'll go, nice way to start a solo. Or if you want to make it simple, hammer on, and then third fret on the top string. Instead of sliding up to there, same note here. So we go 3, hammer on to 4, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 3rd fret. And we'll put it together. So we're going, and then we go, oh yeah, and then we'll go into our next riff, maybe the riff we started with. That is literally 2 riffs just back to back, right? So if we do it again. And then we'll go to the riff at the start. Something like that. Bunch them together, all of a sudden, you've got a riff combo, my friend. And if you just want to play those 2 riffs, just on their own, whatever. Someone comes in and says, hey, can you play guitar? You can just be like, yeah, sure. Next. Nah, we don't have to be cocky about it. Because seriously, there's so much to learn about guitar. That's what I love about it. So hopefully this encourages you, with those 2 little riffs, hope that encourages you to have a crack, have a practice. And you know what? If you have any questions or if you want to see a certain thing taught, shoot me a DM or leave in the comments below. And yeah, we'll try and teach some more great riffs, licks, chords, whatever. Whatever it is that's going to make us look like we know what we're doing. So, hope you're doing well and have a good day. Catch you next time.